Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today I'm playing Grixis Affinity again with a little bit of a spice. We're going to be combining krark-clan shaman with toxin analysis to have a full-on board wipe. So, krark-clan shaman says sacrifice an artifact, it deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. And toxin analysis gives a creature deathtouch and lifelink until end of turn. And you investigate. So, this basically turns krark-clan shaman into a just straight up Armageddon, and it gains you a bunch of life, which is pretty sweet. This list is copied from a list that was recommended from Walker735, who is kind of my go-to for affinity stuff. And it's basically counterspell affinity, and looking to play a mid-range control to win the game. So we've got 3 counterspells in the deck, and then 2 negates in the sideboard. So I just updated them with the arts that I like better. So we have the negates and the counterspells for controlling. We've got Mere Enforcer as a free creature, Refurbished Familiar, a beating creature that has really been good. And then we have Sneaky Snacker, which I love to play. This card comes back when you draw your 3rd card in a turn. So if you, on your turn, Deadly Dispute it, you get it right back, which is sweet. The mana base has a bunch of bridges, so we have 4 Dross Forge, 4 Mistvault, and 2 Silverbluff Bridge for a lot of blue sources. And then 20 mana sources in that we have 1 Island and 1 Lorien Revealed. And Lorien Revealed Island is a little bit of a combo. If you draw the Island, you are probably good on land, so you don't have to cycle it, and you can just cast the Lorien Revealed. And then Lorien Revealed is a good way of fetching an island if you're needing that. We've got removal spells, not that many it looks like. 2 Galvanic, 1 Cast Down, kind of relying on Toxic Analysis to clear the board. A Singleton Candy Trail, 2 Now Spell Bombs, 3 Wellsprings. I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of removal, but we'll see how that goes. And then sideboard is filled out with more basically anti-red with Hydroblast, Pyroblast for blue, Gorilla Shaman for affinity, and then more of the krark-clan shaman toxic analysis combo. So this combo also is supposed to be theoretically good against Ponza, which is one of the problems for affinity in the format. We can just destroy the entire board, dump out some Mere Enforcers, and then go to town. Because the Ponza deck, once it puts everything onto the table, it kind of falls apart. Doesn't have any card advantage, so it starts top decking pretty much. So this deck is really sweet. I'm excited to try out a combo-y version of Affinity. Maybe that'll be pretty fun. If you want to check out sideboard guides for the decks I like to play, make sure to check out the Patreon, which is patreon.com/kalikaiz. Make sure to like and subscribe and let me know what you thought about this deck. And check out cardmarket.com if you want to get cards for it, build out your battle box. And they're the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe. Let's go ahead and get into the matches. All right, round 1. We're on the draw. We have the Toxin Analysis, which doesn't really do very much. Can't really cast a Thoughtcast right away. Our opponent's keeping 7. We do have all our colors. I'm going to keep it. Guess I probably lead on the Dross Forge Bridge. Our opponent's playing blue, so that is good for us. Let's play the bridge and pass the turn. So we have plenty of time if they're playing a blue deck. They're brainstorming, probably indicating that this is a terror deck. So if they dump onto the table, we can try to go for the krark-clan shaman combo. Kill all their terrors at once. That'd be pretty sweet. They play a 2nd island. Looks like mono blue terror then, huh? Ponder for the opponent. Brainstorm and ponder. They're going to play a Delver here. Okay. We can just blast it. Kill your Delver. Play a bridge and pass the turn. No Delver. Okay, the bridge enters the table. There's some lag there. Opponent plays a Thoughtscour on themselves, milling Island and Thoughtscour. They're going to cycle a Lorien Revealed. Grabbing another island. Plays the island. Okay. My turn. We have Counterspell. I'm going to play the Blood Fountain. And then I can just Thoughtcast. I guess that can be a problem with a Spell Pierce. So I think I'm going to wait on the Thoughtcast. And I'm going to try to Deadly Dispute the Blood token, assuming that they're going to like Thoughtscour at end step. Alright, there they go. They're cycling the Lorien Revealed. Gets another island, and we can Deadly Dispute the Blood token. Okay, we find a Spell Bomb, which is awesome. So we have Spell Bomb plus a Counterspell backup. They don't have a creature yet. It's going to really set them back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plays a brainstorm. So now they can cast 2 terrors. Plays an island. They have 5 cards in hand. They're paying costs, so it's got to be a terror here. Cryptic Serpent. And a Delver. Okay, so I guess I start by Thoughtcast looking for the krark-clan shaman. Didn't find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spellbomb is 6. Mirror Enforcer here. You can play a Thoughtcast again. Well, unfortunately now I have to Spellbomb them for no value. Oh well. Pass the turn. Cannot pay. So I guess I can play the Snacker and then block and give a Deathtouch. Kill the Cryptic Serpent that way. This turn we can cycle the Lorien Revealed for a land. They're gonna get in. I don't think I want to block here. They milling Deep Analysis, Spell Pierce. I guess maybe I could also Toxin Analysis on the Mirror Enforcer and kill that, gain 4 life. Another Mirror Enforcer. Cycle. Grab an island. Play the island. We can try just casting the Sneaky Snacker here and see if they want to counter that. Snacker's definitely going to be good. I can block the Sectile Aberration. They're going to counterspell. 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this turn we're going to block with the Enforcer and attempt to Toxin Analysis it. The next turn we can get the Snacker back. They cycle Lorien Revealed. We're definitely having problems just getting stuck on mana here. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Swings for 9. Blocking. And then we will attempt this. Toxin Analysis. They're like, what? They're brainstorming looking for a response. They play a Spell Pierce. Okay. We cannot pay. So we lose the Mirror Enforcer. We take 3. Go to 8. We have 2 cards in hand. Plays a Tolarian Terror. Okay. So we 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. That's 3. So I'm gonna Thoughtcast first, I guess. The Snacker comes back. We can go land 2, 3, 4, 5. We can kill the Cryptic Serpent and play another Snacker. Pass down the Cryptic Serpent. We have a counterspell. So I guess we're dead. Got me. We ran out of lands. So obviously counterspell is good. I mean Pyroblast is good. Makeshift Munition seems medium. I don't know about these counterspells. Pass down is good. Galvanic Blast is not good. I think the krark-clan shaman analysis combo is actually pretty good versus them. Maybe I just cut a Candy Trail, although that's probably pretty important. Maybe the Mirror Enforcers don't line up that great, or maybe I don't need. Okay, let's just go to 2 each of these, and then bring in a negate, I guess. What else can I bring in? Maybe just another analysis. Then we can just turn all of our creatures into Deathtouch creatures. That seems like decent. Pass down and Pyroblast can kill their stuff. We want to play first, and we have probably a pretty solid hand here with turn 1 Blood Fountain, and then we can play Nile Spellbomb into Thoughtcast. And then very close to Mirror Enforcers. 3, 4, 5. They play an island and a Delver. That allows us to get all this going. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spellbomb, Enforcer. Blood Fountain, Spellbomb. Put 8 power into play. Okay, sweet. That was awesome. Wait a turn 2. They're going to brainstorm, trying to set up their Delver. Okay, does the Delver flip? They flip on a Thought Scour. So they've got a 3/2 flyer and we've got 8 power. Are they going to Thought Scour though? Get in for 3. Okay. So let's attack. I don't know if I want to run the Thoughtcast out into a pretty obvious Spell Pierce possibility. We're just swinging. They got a 12. We're going to set a draw stop, so if they do some Thought Scour shenanigans in their upkeep, I can now Spellbomb them. Right now they have a terror would cost 5 or 6. They Thought Scour themselves. So now I can Deadly Dispute the Blood token looking for lands. They have 1, 2. Deadly Dispute the Blood token. Okay, we have another Mirror Enforcer coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't think I'm scared of specifically a terror right now, so I don't think I have to crack the spell bomb and waste my mana. They're brainstorming. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I mean, they're gonna get murdered by these Mirror Enforcers at the moment. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next Mirror Enforcer is free as well. Snacker's gonna block the Delver. We're very light on mana is the problem, so that's why I'm just not cracking the treasure token if I don't have to. Okay, Brainstorm resolves. 7 cards in hand for the opponent. They want to put my Mirror Enforcer on the top of my deck. Cards down. That's fine. Second from the top. We're just going to draw right into it. Okay. Take our turn. We're going to Thoughtcast. Draw the Mirror Enforcer. Play See the Synod. Mirror Enforcer. Mirror Enforcer. Refurbished Familiar. I think we win. I mean, I don't even need to get value off the spell bomb here. I could just play the Sneaky Snacker. Play the Sneaky Snacker. Go ahead and spell bomb you. F6. Not even going to pay. I'm just going to attack for 4. Good luck. Okay. What if Thought Scours themselves? Milling Serpent Island Thought Scour. Or Serpent and Island. Brainstorms. They're very, very dead. Our turn 2 8 power was too strong. Okay, what do you got? You gonna Demon Inferior and Mirror Enforcer again? No, they're gonna scoop. I like it. Okay. So that seemed okay. We'll try it again. Okay, so we're on the draw. This is kind of a bum card. Mirror Enforcer is coming out later. We can't really cast the Thoughtcast right away. This feels like a mulligan. Now we have to definitely mulligan a no-lander, unfortunately. Maybe I should have kept that. This is clearly bad. I guess it was greedy to not keep double Thoughtcast Mirror Enforcer. That was maybe stupid. The mulligan again. Okay, we'll keep this. Get rid of the krark-clan shaman and the Sneaky Snacker. Yeah. Shaman. Maybe end bargain. Snacker is pretty good if I can get on the table. So our opponent keeps 6. They go Island and Delver. We draw a Thoughtcast. But no blue mana here. They flip their Delver on a counterspell. Blind flip. Very nice. They cycle an Island, so next turn they'll have counterspell available. Plays the Island. Another Delver. Okay, they're on the hyper aggro train. And a Deadly Dispute. It's looking like we're gonna die. I guess my best draw is a blue mana so that I can play the Sneaky Snacker and they have to counterspell it. They get in for 6, we go to 11. My turn. Attempt to cast a Refurbished Familiar. They're going to counterspell. I don't see a way out of this now. Right? They're going to cast a Brainstorm. Sometimes you just land, Delver, go, and it carries you for sure. Blind flipping a counterspell. They do have good taste on the counterspell art. I'm not really sure about the Brainstorm art that they've chosen, though. Gets in for 6. We're going to go to 5. And we're just dead. Deadly Dispute my land. And concede. We'll see you in round 2. Round 2, on the play versus Illuminati. No idea what they're up to. We do have counterspell. I'm going to keep this. Play the bridge out as the first land, and then see what they're up to. Maybe counterspell is going to matter. Maybe we can just play the Candy Trail. They play Island. So they're probably also mono blue something. So let's play out our Island and pass the turn. Next turn we can play the Candy Trail, leaving up counterspell still. They cycle Alluring Revealed. Grabbing an Island. Plays an Island. Okay. We're going to go for Vault of Whispers into Candy. Oops, I messed that up. Darn. Okay, well that's not what I meant to do. The Vault of Whispers came in a spot I didn't expect. So, I feel like the Toxin Analysis is not where I want to be right now. I think I can take the Reckoner's Bargain. Your turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is going to cost 3 right now. They Thought Scour themselves. I would have liked to have a counterspell ready for their creature here. Yikes. Maybe I should have just cast Makeshift Munitions so they had to counterspell it. Okay, they have 3 mana. Now we're drawing a Reckoner's Bargain here. Guess I'm gonna pass. Probably with a control deck, we want to do stuff on their end step. They Thought Scour themselves, filling Brainstorm Spell Pierce. So Galvanic not very good versus their deck. 4 men in play. Plays a Consider. That's fine. They keep a card on top. So if we draw off the Candy Trail, I guess I'm just gonna draw. It reduces our artifact count, which isn't amazing. Draw a Sneaky Snacker, which is pretty nice. And a Refurbished Familiar, which I'll try to cast. Alright, that resolves. So we have 4 artifacts in play right now. They mill a Deep Analysis. Pass. I mean, not mill, they discard Deep Analysis, which was actually pretty solid for them. I guess I want to counterspell their Deep Analysis, because this forces them to interact, also costs them 3 life. They're going to counterspell the counterspell to draw 2 cards. Plays a Tellurian Terror. I'm going to end step a Galvanic Blast at their face, and then take my turn. Mirror Enforcer currently costs 3. Now it costs 2. So we can go Snacker Enforcer. Snacker, play the Mirror Enforcer. F6. We're going to attack you for 2. You go to 11. And now I can use my Reckoner's Bargain to get my Sneaky Snacker back. They play a Consider. I think I should just be the aggro right now, like the 5 life doesn't matter. Brainstorming. With the Consider, they put Ponder in their graveyard. Okay, Brainstorm resolves, they play an island, 6 cards in hand. Plays another Tellurian Terror. Okay. Attacks for 5. Alright, let's play out this Wellspring. Okay, we draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mirror Enforcer is 0 mana. Very nice. So I guess we could attack and then block and Reckoner's Bargain. I think I'm just going to attack for 4 though. Bam. And then I'm going to double block a Terror with the Mirror Enforcer. They're going to Consider. Plays an island. They don't want to attack into my Mirror Enforcers. Nice. Let's attack for 4. What are they going to do? Nothing. They could snap my creature maybe. I think I can just ride these flyers to victory. This is kind of a rematch of round 1. I think we've seen a lot of mono blue Terror lately. And they take 4 going to 3. Play a land. Guess I'm passing. 3 mana for the opponent. I'm going to deem inferior my Sneaky Snacker. I guess I'm going to respond by Reckoner's Bargaining it. Not that that will come back right now, but that causes them to maybe counterspell, as they did. And then I can attack for 2 and play the Makeshift Munitions and try to kill them that way. I might draw into a counterspell anyway. We find a Nile Spellbomb. Let's attack for 2. Okay. They go to 1. Play my Nile Spellbomb. See if they want to do anything about that. They counterspell it, they're dead. We're going to draw a card with the Spellbomb. We're going to attempt a Makeshift Munitions. They have to have counterspell. Okay, they have a counterspell. That's the turn. So they still need an answer to the Refurbished Familiar here. They're going to Consider. And they scoop. Flyers worked for us. But, okay. So I'm going to try to not mulligan a clearly good hand next time. We're going to bring in all the Pyroblasts. Get rid of the counterspells. I think the krark-clan shaman can just get out of here. And maybe the Toxin Analysis can come in. Turn everything into a lethal threat. Makeshift Munitions to clean up probably doesn't matter. Let's bring in the Toxin Analyses, and then we can block and then use the analysis to kill their thing and also get a clue out of it. Okay, looks pretty good here. Let's keep. We have a turn 2 Refurbished. We can lead on the Drawsforge Bridge. Refurbished can trade with the Delver. I'll play my bridge out and see what they want to do. If they're representing Counterspell, maybe we don't play out the Familiar on turn 2. They find a Thought Scour. I assume they're going to use that. They cycle a Lorien Revealed, so we are going to slam the Refurbished on turn 2. Plays another Delver. Gets in for 2. Okay. Land, Refurbished Familiar. So that gets a card out of their hand and is going to trade for a Delver. This turn, if they don't have Counterspell up, there's maybe I don't trade, and then I just play the Blood Fountain and the Bridge, play the Mirror Enforcer. Trade. Get rid of their Delver. They play an Island. Stormbound Geist. That's a surprise. Play the Blood Fountain. That's 4 on the table. And play this Mistfall Bridge. That's 5. That's the turn. They're going full-on flyers. Delver does not flip. They get in for 3. Next turn, Mirror Enforcer costs 1 mana. They have another Stormbound Geist. Okay, so Bridge, playing Ichor Wellspring. Trying to draw into a Pyroblast. Draw Thoughtcast. Whoops. Play the Mirror Enforcer. And pass. Still 5 damage in the air. Delver does not flip. Cycle Alluring Revealed. I think what I probably want to do is bargain away the Mirror Enforcer. And then get everything back with the Blood Fountain. Not entirely sure. Get a 9. Play another Delver. I guess I did want the krark-clan shaman. Okay, let's see what we draw. A land. Play my Thoughtcast. Okay, that resolves. Play a land. What do I think they have in their hand? Spellpierce? I'm going to try Deadly Disputing this Wellspring here. Spellpierce or Counterspell is a problem. They Thought Scour themselves. Oh, I forgot that I knew about that. Milling 2 Thought Scours. Draw a Mirror Enforcer. And a Pyroblast. Play the Mirror Enforcer. Now we can attack. Then I'll set an upkeep stop so that I can Pyroblast a Delver if it's going to flip. I guess I also still have the Reckoner's Bargain, the Mirror Enforcer, gain a bunch of life, and get back my Refurbished and stuff. That's still my option. Let's see what happens. Flips on a Counterspell. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm actually going to just Reckoner's Bargain this Mirror Enforcer, gain 7 life. Go to 16. Our opponent attacks for a lot. Go to 6. Play another Delver. Go land. Play a Snacker. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack with the Mirror Enforcer. We know they have Counterspell in hand. So I guess if I Deadly Dispute the Blood token, I could Counterspell that. That might not be good for me. I'm going to cast down this Insectile Aberration. They're going to Counterspell. And now I want to Deadly Dispute my Blood token and Pyroblast their Counterspell. And then I'm relying on them not having a spell to flip the Delver. Then I take 7. Alright. They got me. Okay, so looks like they cut all of their big creatures. That's interesting. Let's bring back in the Krarks and get rid of the Galvanics. Maybe the cast down isn't very good. Let's go 2 and 2 on these. I don't really know what I'm doing. Alright, let's try it. Okay, I'm playing first. Mulligan and Zero Lander. Mulligan again. Okay, so this is good. We want to get rid of Sneaky Snacker and the Seeded Synod. We'll go land into Candy Trail. Maybe putting back lands is a bad decision. So another Deadly Dispute and Seeded Synod. If I'm gonna bottom the Deadly Dispute, keep the Seeded Synod, then I can Thoughtcast next turn. Opponent plays an island. No turn 2 Delver. Play the Silver Bluff Bridge then, because they're representing Spell Pierce. They're going to Brainstorm. So I assume we see Upkeep Thought Scour. Here's the Cycle Alluring Revealed, actually. That clears their Brainstorm. Plays Island. So they cannot Spell Pierce my Thoughtcast if I play another land. And we find the krark-clan shaman, so we just need the Toxin Analysis here. Thoughtcast is going to draw us some cards. We find a Pyroblast. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this costs 3 right now. I guess there's no sense not just playing the Krark out. Might as well. We have a beater now. Opponent Thought Scours. Dragon Wings. Okay. I guess Pyroblast might have been keepable to get rid of their creature. 1, 2, 3. They cannot currently cast a creature. We are going to draw Thoughtcast. Try it. They're going to Counterspell. We will try to Pyroblast. Then they can Spell Pierce, which stinks. They have a Dispel. I'll attack for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to Brainstorm. That's 6. Maybe I should have just cracked the Candy Trail. I kind of figured that they had the Thoughtcast. Dispel countering the Pyroblast is better than Spell Pierce countering the Pyroblast, at least. Now they have a 6/6 flyer, a 5/5 flyer. Okay, so that actually gets around the Krark as well. Land, Mirror Enforcer costs 2. And they have a null. Man, brutal. They're just all about the flying. Our opponent's turn. I guess I needed more Pyroblasts. They get in for 5. We're going to go to 15. We have a Candy Trail to gain some more life. They ponder. They choose to not shuffle. They draw a card. And that's it for them, okay? Candy Trail. Find a refurbished familiar. I'll try casting it. They have another counter. Mean. Going to attack. I don't know what I can do here. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. They attack for 5. I guess I'm just going to try to Reckoner's Bargain my krark-clan shaman to draw 2, but they probably have a counterspell. Another hard counterspell. They're just relying on their 5/5. Okay, we have a Blood Fountain. If this resolves, that is great, but it looks like it's not going to resolve. 7,000 counters. Jeez. Now they have a Lorien Revealed. Draws 3 cards. Getting wrecked here. We're going to Deadly Dispute a land away. Can make their creature have deathtouch. Dang it. Get a clue. Pass the turn. They're going to Brainstorm. And Demon Fury in my clue. Okay. I'll put it second from the top. It's pretty lame. Okay, I'm going to concede. Opponent wrecked us. Alright, we'll see in round 3. Okay, so we've got the combo. I'm going to have to keep this one. Let's see what happens. Round 3 versus Mr. Jack on the draw. Counterspell's not doing anything. Galvanic Blast is medium. But I'm really excited to try to wipe somebody's board with this krark-clan shaman. Have to keep that. They play a forest. Blade Cover Scout. Okay, Bogles. They're going to be surprised. Let's play the bridge. And then the next turn we'll play another bridge. And then we can, I guess we play the krark-clan shaman right now. A Glade Cover Scout. Okay. I'll play land. Play the krark-clan shaman. And then I want to see if they will go a little bit deeper on their enchantments, because they're not going to expect that I can just kill everything. Play an Abundant Growth. Draw a card. It's a 6/4 trampler right now. They're getting in for 6. Alright. We go to 9. Play See the Synod. I'll attack you for 1. So what's cool here is I can give it deathtouch, and then sacrifice the clue, and then Deadly Dispute the Krark. Then the next turn I'll have Counterspell. Plays Malevolent Rumble. Okay. Let's see what they're going to do. They take the forest. Beginning of combat phase. Oh, you know what? They might have ram through right now. So that would be bad. I guess we take the 6. Alright, I'm going to take the 6. I'm going to Galvanic their spawn. Pull their spawn so they can't ram through me. Okay. Play the bridge. Play Toxin Analysis. Back for 1. I'll go to 4. Hold control. We're going to sacrifice the clue. Deadly Dispute. krark-clan shaman. And destroy your creature. Pass the turn. We're at 5. They play a Utopia Sprawl. Maybe playing around the ram through was not correct. They play a Slippery Bogle. And they can Rancor it. Do they have another enchantment? It looks like they don't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can play black, blue, Sneaky Snacker. Play Mirror Enforcer for 1 mana. And then hold up a counterspell. Try to beat them down with my snackers. Mirror Enforcer. Pass the turn. So we got to do the combo. It wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be, but it was pretty sweet. Kill everything. Get him out of here. Opponent plays a land. I'm going to counterspell this Ancestral Mask. They have 2 cards in hand. It appears they don't have another payoffs. Okay, let's play another snacker. Play out another blue source. Or the red source. I guess I'll play the red source. And attack for 2. Now I'm hoping that they can't kill me. Right now they're at 16, so it's 2 turns of attacking for us. Plays an abundant growth, that's a redraw. We only have 6 power that we can block with. They're doing something. 3 mana, Armadillo Cloak. Now it's a 5/3. Plays a Colony Garden. Okay, do you want to attack? Find a Deadly Dispute. So I think I'm going to attack with my 1 snacker. And then I'm going to Deadly Dispute it. Bring it back. Okay. We can refurbish Familiar, the last card in their hand, which was an Ancestral Mask. Wow. Okay. I think we play the bridge and pass the turn. Ethereal Armor is an 11/9 with lifelinkiness. Geez. So that's trample too. We can bargain away the mirror. I should have bargained the Mirror Enforcer immediately. Reckoner's Bargain. We're going to take 11 and go to 1. I don't know how I can get myself out of this. I need a krark-clan shaman to just destroy everything. Wow. Okay. Play the krark-clan shaman. 1. Make a red. I guess first I'd go refurbished. Play another land. Then I'm going to attack with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. We will attack with everything. This is damage to each creature without flying. So I can bargain. First I need to play the krark-clan shaman. Then I'm going to try bargain on my snacker. Go to 3 life. Snacker comes back. We'll play the Candy Trail. Set up a draw. Finding a Mirror Enforcer and a snacker. So I do want the Mirror Enforcer, I think. No, that's not going to... We're not going to really be able to cast that. I'm going to bottom it. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll have 5 lands left in play. So the Mirror Enforcer could be good. I feel like the snacker is not necessarily that good. Take the Mirror Enforcer. Play the Wellspring. Draw a card. Now we're going to start wiping. I guess I could play the Mirror Enforcer as another thing to sacrifice. Then I have more mana in play. Sack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have to play the Mirror Enforcer as another thing to sacrifice. I'll go control. Sacrifice the Wellspring. Drawing a Spellbomb. Alright. Sacrifice Mirror Enforcer. So I have 8 power if I don't sacrifice my refurbished familiars. If I do, then I only have 4. But 8 power is 3 turns. 1, 2, 3. I just start sacrificing things. 4, 3 damage, 4 damage, 5 damage, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, your turn. I can't believe the krark-clan shaman was able to take out that Bogle. Now they get Rancor back though. If they rip a Bogle, they can make a 3/1 Bogle. Okay. Okay, they Rancor up their Slippery Bogle. Pass down doesn't do anything. Play the Spellbomb. And we're going to attack you. Sneaky Snackers can block the Bogle, and then I can use the Spellbomb to get rid of the Rancor forever. Let's see if they continue to draw well. That Bogle off the top was bad. Bad news for me. Okay. We find a counterspell. So if I attack them for 6, attack them for 8, I'll be dead. Attack them for 6 puts them to 9. It's going to attack for 4. I go to 11. So 2 more turns and we've got lethal. Another Rancor. I will attempt to counterspell. Do they have a payoff? No. It's tight. Okay, we find a Thoughtcast. Play that. Finding a counterspell. So now we can cycle the Lorien for an untapped island. Play the untapped island. And then attack you, which is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Puts them to 5. Or attack for 4. I'm attacking for 6. I'm going all in. I can block with the snacker and go to 1 life. Another Rancor. We have another counterspell. Also dead to ram through again, but I'm not playing around with it anymore. All right, they scooped to the counterspell. Awesome. They were considering what was going on for a bit and decided that there wasn't a win. So we want the Krarks and the Toxin Analysis. And we want the Negate, I think. We can't, I don't think the Galvanics are going to do anything. I don't think the Cast Down is going to do anything. Then Makeshift Munitions we don't need. And we can trim a Spell Bomb, even though that's an early artifact. Although maybe we trim a Mirror Enforcer. This cantripping is good. I guess I can probably take out a Mirror Enforcer. Let's try that. I mean, the other option is to cut a Sneaky Snacker, but I like the fact that you can just get so much value out of them. Maybe that's wrong. So we have krark-clan Shaman, Counterspell. I think we're keeping. Question is what to do. They don't play a Bogle on turn 1. So I think we hold up counterspells. So we're going to play the Bridge first, then the Seat, and then go from there. Turn 2, they Malevolent Rumble. So worth noting, they can suit up their spawn. They choose a Plains, and they haven't played it yet. I see the sign on pass, not an island. Okay, Plains. There's a Ledgewalker. I'm going to counterspell. Right? Yeah. Care about counterspelling that. I might as well. Okay, another Enforcer. The next turn we'll have 3, 4, 5 artifacts on the table, and then Mirror Enforcer costs 2. They play a Forest. Looks like they're passing. They're declining to suit up their spawn. Right? Find the Toxin Analysis combo. Let's play the Blood Fountain and pass the turn. 5 artifacts on the table. Opponent plays another Forest. They're on... Every forest is a different art. That's awesome. I sometimes do that for the tilt factor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Blood token, giving myself the blue mana still. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I think the correct play is to, I think maybe pass still. Oh, we can discard the Snacker. That works. Awesome. Still have close to just dumping Enforcers. They're going to pass. All right, let's go Blood Fountain. That gives me 7 artifacts and 2 Mirror Enforcers. Your turn. Play a Glade Cover Scout. That's fine, I think. We're going to Ethereal Armor it. It makes it a 2/2. Okay. We go for the Ancestral, and we have the Counterspell. We don't even have to, like, do the Mega Board Wipe, but I seriously want to. Okay. No attacks for the opponent. Let's start with a Wellspring. Draw a card. We don't find a land, so I'm going to cycle, grabbing an island, play the island, then play out the krark-clan Shaman, and then now we can just wipe their board. They scoop it up. Sweet. We didn't get to do the thing. Alright, it's fine. Krarks work. We'll see in round 4. Round 4 versus Guigabo. Gui Little Gabos. Let's keep this one. And then just put back 1 Snacker. We had to mulligan our first hand with no lands. I think they're probably going to be on Gabos, given their name. They play an Epicure. We're going to go turn 1. Oh, we find the krark-clan Shaman right away. Solid. So we can kill, whatever more threat they have. And then play the Snacker. And then krark-clan Shaman them. Okay, maybe we just Shaman them right away. Although losing out on all of my lands kind of stinks. I get in for 1. I'm going to play a Bridge. And then I'm going to pass the turn. Plan on Galvanic Blast. And then next turn I'm going to go krark-clan Shaman, sacrifice Deadly Dispute the Shaman. Alright, let's just kill a creature here. Only take 3 damage. They swing for 3. Another Snacker. Let's just play the Snacker here. And pass. Snacker is something that we can just get back pretty easily. The Galvanic Face. Oh god. We're going to be dead soon. But the Galvanics are only 2 damage right now, so they spent 2 cards for 4 damage. What do they have going on? We will block. Take another 2 damage, going to 9. Grenade, just double grenade in hand. Wow. The Goblin Grenades just give this deck so much reach. It's crazy. 10 damage out of nowhere. Guess I should have wiped the board. Bring in all the Hydros. Toxin Analysis. krark-clan Shaman. Counterspells coming out. Munitions coming out. Snacker coming out. And then Cast Down coming out. So now we can bring in 2 more cards. Bring in a couple of Krarks or Gorilla Shamans. We can eat their stuff, and it also provides a little bit of blocking. Snacker too slow. Way too slow. I mean, in this case, you would probably rather have a Frogmite over the Snacker. All right, we are on the play. Can't keep a no-lander. This is risky, but I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to get rid of the Thoughtcast. Play land, Candy Trail, hope for a land off the top. The classic land Candy Trail keep from me. We still have 19 lands left in the deck, so the odds of seeing one in the top 3 cards is probably pretty good. Okay. So I think I don't keep the Galvanic, because I just need more lands. I'm going to pass, and then I can play my land and the Refurbished Familiar, and then hopefully just cast a Thoughtcast. They play a Tomb Raider. Land into Refurbished Familiar. I can trade with the Tomb Raider. They're discarding a Bushwhacker, so they must have extra Bushwhackers in hand. That is scary. They play a Bushwhacker. I'm just going to kill the Tomb Raider here. Take 2 damage. And another land. So I guess I could, for mana efficiency, play the Wellspring. 5 artifacts on the table now. Next turn we have Thoughtcast plus Hydroblast. Spellbomb doesn't do anything, but it adds a artifact, which is probably good. They're going to exile my red land. It's in for 1. Let's try a Thoughtcast first. Find See the Synod, so I can play that, and then I'll Spellbomb. Now I have Hydroblast available. And next turn I'll play a Silver Bluff Bridge, probably. This 1 damage is not that bad. We'll just keep taking it. Deadly Dispute. So let's Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Draw a bunch of cards. Okay, Reckoner's Bargain's decent. Find a krark-clan Shaman and the Analysis. So let's play the bridge. Then see if we can just get some value and life gain off the Krark. A 3rd land. I have the feeling that they have a bunch of Goblin Grenades in hand. Who knows? We're just going to cycle this Spellbomb now. Okay, another Thoughtcast. Cool. Play the Thoughtcast. Draw a Deadly Dispute and a Alluring Revealed. I'll play my Drossforge Bridge. Pass. I think on end step, I'm just going to crack the Candy Trail. It undoes all this 1 damage here. Okay, we go to 14. We play a Mountain. They must have like 60, what's it called? They must have a lot in hand that is relevant to having artifacts in play. Let's play the Drossforge Bridge, or play the Refurbished Familiar. Discard. We got another Refurbished Familiar coming up. Goblin Grenade. I did expect that. Another Familiar. They scoop. Solid. Their hand was just needed a lot going on. Okay. Try again. Okay, this is an interesting hand. I think I'm going to keep it based off of the double blue source and Hydroblast. Feels bad to mulligan with this deck. Okay, they play a Mountain. Implement of Combustion. Play a Bridge. Pass the turn. I guess if they have Cast into the Fire here, we're super dead. So hopefully they don't have it. Because I did not think about that when I made my keep decision. Yep, we're dead. Okay. Hopefully I draw a land. Oh, geez. Alright, I'll discard this. That sure worked out for them. What a greedy keep from my end, I guess. It's just a lesson in what not to keep. I constantly am doing that. I get in for 4 here. We go to 16. We find a land. Pass the turn. We've got 1 Hydroblast available. Save me. They crack the Implement. Okay, they play another land. What do they got? Another Implement. Gets in with Sledder and Bushwhacker. Okay. We'll just cycle for an island. Draw. Another Enforcer. Yep. This isn't going to work. Crack the implement again. How many goblin grenades do you think that they're saving? Like 7? These creatures have done a lot of damage though. Another bushwhacker. I'm going to attempt to hydroblast. They don't have a follow-up. Plays a land. Another bushwhacker. Gorilla shaman. Okay, you got me. We'll see you round 5. Round 5. Let's try to recover and get a 2-3. We've got a turn 2 familiar into a turn 3 familiar. Our opponent's going to Faithless Looting. It's probably Madness Burn. Sneaky Snacker and Looting to go to the graveyard. So they probably don't have double Snacker right now. I'll play my bridge and pass. So Refurbished Familiar, just playing it out when they have open mana is kind of risky, given that they have so much discard that it's useful for them. Let's see if they discard more Snackers. They appear to not have lands. They discard an Alms of the Vein that they can't cast. A Snacker comes back. Will they play a land? Plays a tap land. We go to 19. I'm going to play my Familiar and hope to trade it for the Snacker for the moment. Make them discard another card for no value. They discard a Fiery Temper that they cannot cast. That was good. They Vampire's Kiss us to 17. We're just going to trade. And then I'm going to cycle for an island. And then I'm going to counterspell their Faithless Looting. Next turn, I'll play Picker Wellspring into Refurbished Familiar. Play a Kitchen Imp. I can cast down the Kitchen Imp. So that's fine. Kill it. Kill it with Prejudice. Now, they could have another Snacker in hand that they could discard to the Blood token. They're going to put us to 16 here. Deadly Dispute. I think I should Wellspring. Even though I would like to use a counterspell on their Faithless Looting, I need to draw lands. Another Familiar. Alright, let's just play it out. It might give them value. But I will be able to block. That would be helpful. Do they have a Madness card left? They have a Kitchen Imp. That was pretty nice for them, for sure. Not good for me. But we're just going to block with the Refurbished. Faithless Looting will give them their Snacker back from the graveyard. And they're going to Fiery Temper the Refurbished Familiar. Okay. Now they have 4 power. We're at 16. 14 now. Let's Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. Finding another counterspell. Play a Thoughtcast. I can't even cast the Thoughtcast right now. Guess I can cast the Refurbished Familiar, but that doesn't give me the Thoughtcast mana. Dang. I'm just going to cast the Thoughtcast here. Looking for lands. Oh, that didn't work either. Cast Thoughtcast. 1 in blue. Play the land. Now we have our own Snacker that can come back. We'll discard this one. Pass the turn. Maybe I should have discarded the counterspell. Not really sure. Opponent Faithless Lootings. And they discard Highway Robbery Vault of Whispers. Get in for 4. Bad news. We have a Candy Trail. That's pretty good. They didn't seem like they had a Madness card that turn. Galvanic Blast. Enforcer. Enforcer is not really helping right now. Galvanic Blast can take out the Kitchen Imp or the Snacker. I need like lands. I'm gonna play out my Familiar. See if they have something good to discard. It seems they do not. Okay, so we're planning on counterspelling whatever they got going on. I'm gonna counterspell this. Try to block and kill their Kitchen Imp. I have a Fiery Temper to take out my Refurbished Familiar. Okay. Oh, you know what? The Mirror Enforcer could have gained me a lot of life at least, so maybe that would have been good. They get in for 4, putting us to 6. They have 2 cards in hand. Find a bridge. Let's gain 3 life. Land. I have my own Snacker. I will try to trade for the Kitchen Imp. They bolt it. Okay. Now they're going to cast a Faithless Looting. Discards a couple of lands. Picks up their other land. We're going to go to 5 and then 4 and dead with the attacks here. So I need something good to Reckoner's Bargain to gain life. Play my Spell Bomb. I'm going to Deadly Dispute it. And I guess I'll pay. Our krark-clan shaman, which doesn't help. Mirror Enforcer's good. Snackers come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I can play Mirror Enforcer for 1 mana. And then I can gain a bunch of life. in 7 life. Okay. That was good. Pass the turn. They're going to put me to 8 and then 7. We have Counterspell in hand. krark-clan Shaman not helping that much. If we find Refurbished Familiar might be useful. They Highway Robbery. They're going to discard. And they discard a land. Interesting. I'm surprised they didn't pick up the Jagged Barrens previously. I guess they picked up a Drawsforge Bridge. They're going to get in for 4, putting me to 8. We have the 2 Snackers in play to block with. And this is sort of a mid-rangey burn, so we definitely want to keep those post-board. Oh, they did pick up the Jagged Barrens. Okay, just ping me again. Another Refurbished Familiar. Land. Play the Refurbished Familiar. See if they have a value spell. We have a counter spell, I guess. They have a Kitchen Imp. So it's pretty solid for them. We can go your Enforcer here. Play a Thoughtcast. Looking for another Reckoner's Bargain, I guess. Counterspell. Also can just Deadly Dispute something. I can play the krark-clan Shaman and then Deadly Dispute it later. They don't do anything. Because it doesn't really help. They have basically no ground creatures and we're not going to Toxin Analysis with it. I'll trade all my things for their things. And then try to just counterspell them into the ground from there. But we only have the 2 counterspells, I guess. I feel like we are turning a corner, but I'm not sure. Opponent is going to decline to attack. Okay. Find a Blood Fountain. But we can Fountain back double Refurbished. Or the Mirror Enforcer. I suppose the first thing to do is send. Attack for 4. Okay. So if I spend 4 mana, I won't have double counterspell. I'll pass. I think on their end step, I Deadly Dispute the krark-clan Shaman. Now that I've got double counterspell open right now, then I can maybe Blood Token something away. They have 3 cards in hand. Deadly Dispute the Krark. We draw a Wellspring. And a Drawsforge Bridge. 3/4. Okay, let's attack with the Mirror Enforcer. I don't really want to get the Refurbished Familiars back because they give our opponent a bunch of value. Let's play this Wellspring, draw a card. Let's just Blood Token, discard a Bridge, play another Krark, play the Silver Bluff Bridge, pass the turn. Got 2 counterspells. We could always just cycle the krark-clan Shaman on the Wellspring. Okay, we find a Galvanic Blast. Does that change anything? That's 4 power. That's 4 damage face that I could potentially use. Let's attack. And then I guess I get back my my Mirror Enforcer. They're blocking with the Snacker. Okay. Play the Bridge. Put a creature on the table. Pass the turn. I don't know. Maybe getting back the Enforcer there is correct, but I feel like I want to get back double Enforcer. That's why I'm sitting on it. Play a land. 3 cards in hand. Okay, my turn. Another Wellspring. Let's play the Wellspring. I have a bunch of black mana. See the Synod. I can draw 2 cards off the Krark here. I'm going to attack for 4. Then draw 2 cards. They're going to go to 10. Okay. Opponent's a 10. Let's sacrifice this. And then we draw a Reckoner's Bargain. Sacrifice this one. Draw a Thoughtcast. I can Reckoner's Bargain the Mirror Enforcer. And then I have enough to get back both my Mirror Enforcers. Interesting. Alright, that's going to resolve. I want to hold up my 2 counterspells. I have the treasure token right now, so let's bargain this. Go to 14. They scoop. Wow. Weird game. Interesting. I mean, Hydroblast seemed good. Counterspell was not very good, right? Some mix of Hydroblast and Negate are probably good. krark-clan Shaman did not do anything. Toxin Analysis could be good. I don't think Makeshift Munitions to clean up is going to be mattering that much. Another Hydroblast. I don't think I want the cast down. Maybe another Hydroblast and then a Toxin Analysis. We also have to worry about, I guess, Gorilla Shaman from the opponent. Okay, we're going to mulligan. We have a 1-lander. I don't like this hand either. Mulligan. We have all of our colors. So I think we keep. But this one doesn't do that much. Blood Fountain is good, but I think I would rather have the Reckoner's Bargain on the Wellspring. And the Sneaky Snacker seems useful. But we can just play the Snacker on turn 2. Alright, our opponent's going to play a Mountain and pass. Play the Drossforge Bridge, pass the turn. Not looking to slam the Refurbished Familiar unless they are tapped out. They have a second land. They're going to play Highway Robbery. Let's play the Refurbished Familiar here. Make them discard. If they discard a Snacker, I will be sad. They discard a Bounce Land, so that's interesting. The Bounce Land gives you a bunch of extra value by basically giving you another land drop / drawing you a card, and they don't want it. A Highway Robbery, they're choosing discard. Discarding Alms of the Vein. They can 3 us, going to 23. Plays a Jagged Barrens, we go to 16. Play the Mistvault Bridge and the Snacker this turn. And then next turn I have Ichor Wellspring, and I can get back the Snacker pretty quickly. Snacker's gonna be a blocker. Snacker blocker. I don't know what it is. Sneaky Snacker's fun to say. I feel like Affinity just doesn't jive with me that much. I'm not the best pilot ever, but having some fun playing the deck overall. They're going to demand answers, discarding Alms of the Vein. Okay. I think we play the Wellspring, tapping these 2 lands, and then we have Counterspell available maybe. Another Snacker. Okay, let's go play the Wellspring. Draw cards. See if I have a Counterspell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Mirror Enforcer costs 2 though. They could have a Smash the Smithereens. I'm just going to play a Snacker and attack you. Very, very value. We're at 13 though. I guess next turn we could Mirror Enforcer and gain 7 off the Reckoner's Bargain. Depends on if they're going to put us dead here. A Faithless Looting. They can play 1 red spell at the moment. If they do play something like Kitchen Imp, I'm just going to slam my Sneaky Snacker in for a block. I can just get it right back. Reckoner's Bargain as a casual gain 7 life is pretty nice. Looks like this decision is kind of hard for the opponent. They're going double Kitchen Imp. Okay, I guess we should have left back double Sneaky Snacker. Will they attack with both? Oh, looks like they're going to bolt my Sneaky Snacker. Okay, that was good for them. They put me to 12. We have to leave our creatures back. Play land, play a Mirror Enforcer. We're going to attempt to block. But that won't get my Snacker back. Interesting. I guess then I should bargain this right now to gain 7, get my Snacker back, and we have a Hydroblast. Okay. We're at 15. Any Deadly Dispute we can really make a lot of use of with the Wellspring here. Will they have a removal spell? Gorilla Shaman. Oh, geez. Counter? Did it work? Okay. Gorilla Shaman has been countered. They can only take out this 1 Seed the Synod with the Gorilla Shaman. Maybe that wasn't even worth going after with the counterspell. Now they can attack my creatures and continue to get in. What are they going to do? If they're looting and then shoot both my creatures, it's going to be really bad. What will they discard? Okay, they discard Alms of the Vein, putting me to 12. They'll have their 2 Kitchen Imps. Have a removal spell. Are they going to attack? No attacks for the opponent. Looking for a Deadly Dispute for me. Finding a Thoughtcast. Okay, let's cast it. Another Thoughtcast. We're chaining. Sweet. Affinity things. Okay, we find Deadly Dispute Refurbished Familiar. I think I cast the Refurbished Familiar here since I didn't have a good discard earlier. Make them discard something. They discard a Great Furnace. I'll play my Bridge. I'm going to attack with my Refurbished Familiar. My plan is to double block or block here with the Snackers and then Deadly Dispute the Wellspring to get them both back, so I'll have them again on my turn. We also have the Negate. Opponent's turn. Plays another Jagged Barrens. We go to 11. 2 cards in hand. Just going to hang out. Okay. Find a Hydroblast. I'm going to attack with my Refurbished Familiars. I think at this point, our opponent is pretty close to dead. We don't have any way of gaining life right now. I wonder if they'll decide to trade. They don't. They're going to go to 17. They have way more life than us, but I feel very ahead. They're going to Gorilla Shaman again. We will... Is it even necessary? Like, they're going to take out... I guess it's necessary. Counter it. I can only take out my one land with the Gorilla Shaman. It's, like, doesn't seem that good. Hang me down to 10. No attacks. Fine. I'll just draw 3 cards. I wanted to get the value. Drawing a land and Blood Fountain. Okay, so we can only Blood Fountain back the Mirror Enforcer right now. Play the Blood Fountain. Then I will discard See the Synod. Finding a Mirror Enforcer. Just go ahead and slam it and attack you. Now they really don't want to discard them or kill the Refurbished Familiars. Bad news for them. They're at 13. I'm close to just going get back my 1 Mirror Enforcer and present a lethal. Okay, they play a land. 1, 2, 3. So this is 12 damage. We find another Thoughtcast. Let's go. Thoughtcast. Deadly Dispute. I guess I can dispute the Refurbished Familiar and then get back Refurbished and Mirror Enforcer. Okay, attack, attack, attack. They block and block. Okay, cool. Now, I want to hold up the negate. I guess I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Blood Fountain, get back the 2 Refurbished Familiars. Galvanic Face. I will negate. Now we get to draw 2 cards with our Refurbished Familiars. Draw a card, because they have 0 cards in hand, and this thing always has to be a 2-for-1 no matter what. It's a very, very push card. Let's Refurbish Familiar again. And presenting lethal, another Mirror Enforcer is pretty much sealing the deal. Let's see what happens. Just going to start F6ing through their turn. They can see the match. We win 2-0. Awesome. So, okay, let's go back to the deck. Overall, it was fun. Unfortunately, the Toxin Analysis combo didn't really come up. I think that I had some sketchy keeps. My play against the round 1 was definitely not great in round 3. We got wrecked by this one post board, and then the Goblins wrecked us as well on a mulligan. So it's definitely tight games with Affinity. Hopefully you enjoyed. An interesting thing to try out, and we'll see you in the next video.